What's up, everyone? Sorry I'm late. I had the tumbly rumblies, and I needed to go make sure that wasn't going to be a problem mid-show. Nick might be on his way, or he might not, depending on what he's doing, but I let him know that we're on, in case he feels like joining. Um, Welcome to the show. Here, I'm going to open up some material that I actually need to discuss. Hang on. Here. I'll start off like this. Oh, you're the elusive Bubba. I don't wish, but I wish it was such a simple explanation. No, the reason for my name tonight is because of this. It's because of this extremely funny in hindsight picture. Um, so if you didn't hear, a bunch of Epstein stuff has been coming out, including just today, just a couple hours ago, they announced that they're officially going to release the files. The official House vote took place, but before that happened, we got some email screenshots, and one of them asked if they had the photos of Trump blowing Bubba, and Bubba was a nickname for this man right here, former President Bill Clinton, which means that Trump almost certainly sucked Bill Clinton's dick, which is really fucking funny. This knowledge makes me happy. It thrills me to no end to know that Trump sucked Vladimir. Well, he does suck Vladimir Putin's dick, but the fact that he sucked Bill Clinton's dick. He's giving having a private island a bad name. Yeah, remember when people with private islands, the worst they did with it was build like nuclear weapons or like doomsday devices that James Bond would then blow up, because that was less evil than what Epstein was up to on his island. I wonder where they moved all that stuff to, because there's no way they just shut down the pedophile operation. Like, it still exists. Yeah, seriously is right, Alex. Hang on. Oh, I didn't even mean for that to be on screen. That's in case Nick shows up. Um, can I make this bigger? I want a James Bond movie where the villain is just Jeffrey Epstein. There must have been one made where the villain does Epstein's stuff. But yeah, it would be great to have one where it's just Jeffrey Epstein. That's the one time I'd be okay with a deep fake. Like they just deep fake Jeffrey Epstein's face on. He faked his death, he's real. Or whatever they want to go with, who knows. Can I make this photo bigger? No, that's just the same thing. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That is not what I meant to do. He's a monster. We don't have to respect them. Oh, it's not about that. It's just about I hate that deepfake technology exists, and it's gonna ravage our fucking society even more than it already has. But anyway, look at his fucking face here, man. Have you ever seen Donald Trump smile like this? Have you ever seen this amount of joy on his face? I didn't think he could feel joy, but he can, and he's feeling it right here. He's feeling more than one thing right there. It's really goddamn funny. It makes the 2016 election hilarious in hindsight. Here, can I find other pictures of Trump smiling? Like I need like a better frame of reference for how much he doesn't fucking do that with his face. Yeah, like here's all these photos. Like I've never even seen that one before. Like, these smiles all look sinister or dead-eyed or, like, fake. Like, he does not look happy here. He looks like he's trying to fucking not lose his shit, which is, makes sense. That is probably how he looks most of the time. Yeah, here's a fucking article from, yeah, from 2016 bitching about sexism, which is probably a valid thing to complain about, but it's hard to be sympathetic when the person you're defending is Hillary goddamn Clinton. Yeah, quiet piggy. That was fucking nuts. Hang on. Can I? No. I just want to see if I can share audio. Whatever. I'll worry about it later. Yeah, he told a reporter quiet piggy, which is not how he talks to reporters. I mean, he gets aggressive with them, sure. But he always does, like, you're terrible, you're fake news. Like, he always cloaks it in a veneer of it's nothing personal. But no, he just straight up said quiet piggy, which is fucking hysterical. Dude, he's dying. It's going to be so funny when he croaks. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a little bit for comedic effect, NSA. I am not making any threats. I'm just going to make fun of him, which is not illegal, at least not at this point. He is fucking pissed. Yeah, like he's lost hope. He knows that he's fucked. Like he does not look happy. Like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with his face here? Why does he look like this? Yeah, this is an old article too. They're talking about his hush money case. Jesus Christ. That was back when we pretended that things mattered or existed. What is this, man? Why does he look like this? Why does he? Oh my god. Evil corrupts you, and he's not even the worst one. Yeah, he's the least evil Republican in like most circles. But anyway, the whole reason I brought these images up is to show this is how he normally smiles. And then look at the fucking look of sheer unadulterated joy as he reaches for Slick Willy, Slick Willy. Like he loved sucking that cock, dude. He loved sucking Bill Clinton's dick. That the man loves to suck Bill Clinton's dick. And you know what? Maybe he's got a good dick. Other people have liked sucking it. Maybe he's got a good dick. I don't know. I've never seen it. Shockingly, I've never fucking seen it. You'd think I would have, given all the bullshit Bill Clinton's gotten up to. Sorry, just adjusting my camera a little bit. There we go. Sorry, wrong camera. Fucking all my devices got disconnected. There we go. Yeah, anyway, Trump sucked Bill Clinton's dick. I mean, Bill Clinton has been quiet for decades. Let's be real. He hasn't been that prominent a figure other than election season since leaving office, which is kind of shocking because he clearly liked being famous. But you know, he's certainly been, as you said, awfully quiet since this news dropped. Of course, the other possibility here. I'm gonna take this off screen just in case I have to Google anything fucked up here. Trump blowing Bubba. Yeah, here we go. I'm fucking Rolling Stone headline. Which Bubba was he blowing? Because supposedly Bubba was also, as you know, Alex is pointing out, the name of Ghislaine Maxwell's horse. So, I don't know. Let's hope. Let's hope that he was blowing a consenting adult, a consenting human adult, I should say. Now, I suppose you could do the whole like let's be logical about a thing and say, oh, blowing Bubba could mean maybe he fell off the horse and embarrassed himself, which would still be really funny. Don't get me wrong, but no, he sucked Bill Clinton's dick. I'm believing it until otherwise. It's spiritually true. Talk about a rock and a horse place. Yeah, I mean all horses are hard places because horse, right? Um, I'm trying to think of another joke to make there, and it's hard to. No pun intended there. Of course, the second I stop thinking about it, I come up with a good one. Hang on, I'm just sending something to somebody. Okay. Yeah, so absolute best case scenario for Trump, he fell off a horse and embarrassed himself. Absolute best case scenario. It was very funny that the other day his voice was destroyed. Yeah, so maybe Throtus was taking his job a little too seriously, or maybe he's a sick old man who's dying. But his voice sounded all fucked up. Here, let me try to find that. I've been meaning to test the share audio feature on here anyway. Voice. Trump says his voice is hoarse because he was shouting during trade talks. Sure, buddy. Yeah, he says he blew his stack yelling at traders, which, by the way, is also a funny way to phrase that. Hang on. All right, let me know if you guys are hearing this because I am. Well, fuck. All right. Time to Google how to share audio on StreamYard. Ah, yes, here we go. All right. Oh, shit. There we go. Hello.
What's up?
I'm figuring out how to share audio.
Ooh, fun.
Here we go. There it is. Yeah,
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's fine. You hear fucking Trump's voice?
I don't.
Okay.
Is he talking about sucking off Bill Clinton?
No, but he sounds like he just sucked off Bill Clinton. Here you go.
Country in particular upset you? Was it India?
No. A country wanted to try and renegotiate the terms of their trade deal, and I wasn't happy about
Well,
it.
which country was it? People want to know.
Why would I say that to you? I can't believe it.
Why would I say that to you? I'm not the president this country needs. I'm the president this country deserves.
You know, Alex says the audio works now. Thank you, Alex. So yeah, before you got here, I was talking about Trump sucking Bill Clinton's cock and how it's really funny. And
It is pretty great. Like, what a world we live in which.
well, so even if we go completely charitable and assume that Trump blowing Bubba was a reference to something like metaphorical,
Sure.
best case scenario for Trump, that means there are photos of him like falling off Bubba the horse and embarrassing himself.
Who's Bubba the horse?
Oh yeah. Okay, you didn't hear about that? So Bubba is not just Bill Clinton's nickname. Apparently, Bubba was also the name of a horse that Ghislaine Maxwell owned.
Okay.
So Trump blowing Bubba.
Wait, but what does he have anything to do with a horse? Like, who's going to the sex crime island and like, you want to know what it's time for? Stables. Let's go to the stables.
I don't know, man. I feel bad for the one dude who went to Epstein's Island because, like, the water park was really cool and that was all he was interested in, and he had no idea what else was going on.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. Because, like, at a certain point, you have to be sitting on a plane with a bunch of interesting people. Look around you and be like, maybe I shouldn't be here.
Well, okay, yeah, but if he's rich enough, he took a private plane there. So maybe he was only sitting around normal people, or at least what are normal to him.
Oh, so he's rich. So, yeah, no, I have so much pity for him. Oh, I feel
well,
so
yeah,
bad.
I mean, true, he is, like, evil. But still, like, just imagine being the one fucking dude who's like, Little St. James, oh yeah, that place has an awesome water slide.
Anyone who goes to any island that has Saint in the name, sus.
Yeah. 70%, 75% of the time it was just a luxury getaway. The other 25%, though, that ruined the whole experience. You might be right.
I'm just saying, Howleys ruin everything.
I would like to think that there were people who flew with Jeffrey Epstein the one time who are not pedophiles, because one of those names is Matt Groening, and I'd really like to believe that the creator of The Simpsons is not a pervert.
I mean, you want to believe the creator of Futurama isn't a pervert?
Well, that too.
Well, no, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, he made Hedonism Bot.
Well, yeah, but Hedonism Bot never does anything perverted. He just is hedonistic.
Doesn't he have like people slather liquids and things on him? Isn't that a thing he does?
Yeah, but that's not a sex thing with him because he's a robot. They're basically just like skincare lotions or whatever the robot equivalent
That
of
is
that is.
such a wild. That's such a wild pitch, considering I saw Bender fuck a ship.
Well, yes, but Hedonism Bot is naked all the time, and we don't see genitals on him, so.
That's literally because he's so fat.
Well, yeah, but he was built to be that fat. So, like, what? They built genitals that are too deep down for anyone to use them? Like, why would they do that?
Was he actually built that way, or was he one of those like I developed into this sort of robot?
I don't think they ever say, but I'm assuming he was built like that.
With a character like that, I always assume he was like built for like running a marathon or like only eating broccoli, and it just flips on his head every time.
Do I have an actual fucking link for this that isn't the AI overview? Because I don't want to see the AI overview about this.
Oh, you don't trust robots on robots?
No, I don't.
Clankers.
This does match up with what I've heard before from real sources. So I guess I can use it because I have, to some extent, independently verified that it's real.
Okay.
So according to the court documents from 2019, what happened was that in 1999, Matt Groening, bless you,
Thank you.
took a 1-hour flight from Carmel, California to Los Angeles. Presumably they were doing like business, whatever the hell.
Sure.
And that Virginia Guffrey, that Jeffrey Epstein insisted upon her giving Matt Groening a foot massage. I believe I've heard Groening say he was visibly uncomfortable during that experience, by the way.
But he still took the foot massage. Just gonna throw that one out there.
True, but you know what? I don't know. But, however, Virginia Guffrey does state that Matt Groening was a pleasure to meet and did nothing improper during the flight, and that they had a pleasant conversation, and he drew her some doodles of Homer and Bart. Okay.
I don't trust him.
I mean, yeah, there's a limited extent to how much you can trust him, but for now,
He made The Simpsons. You shouldn't already trust him.
Yeah, for now, I will accept his explanation.
Like, nah, I want instead of judging his guilt this way, I want trial by combat with Seth MacFarlane.
Who'd win that?
Seth
Like,
MacFarlane, most likely.
he's younger, but he's not like a health nut as far as I know.
Here's my stupid pitch. He's obsessed with his singing. So he's probably got great breath control.
That is true. And he's such a Star Trek nerd that he's probably memorized the fight choreography from Amok Time.
He's got no, but no. See now he's gonna lose. He's gonna 2-hand punch Matt, and it's over.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, Matt, I haven't seen a recent photo of him. I don't know exactly what kind of shape he's in. I know that he's like almost a fucking billionaire, so it's not like he's eating bad food.
I just imagine he looks like Gabe Newell.
Let me find out. Matt Groening recent photo. Let's see. I know he's like kind of fat, but not monstrously fat.
What qualifies as kind of fat?
Like he's chunky. Like here it is. This is a few years ago.
Oh, so it's like George R. Martin just decided to dress like he was on a Jimmy Buffett vacation his whole life.
Yeah, well, I mean, Matt Groening basically is on a Jimmy Buffett vacation his whole life.
No one should be. It's not
Do you ever
good for
play
you.
the Simpsons game from 2007?
I played the 2 Simpsons games that matter.
Which ones?
You know the ones that matter.
I know what one of them is. Tell me the other.
Well, tell me which of the 2 you're thinking of.
I know you're thinking of Hit and Run. I know that's
And Road Rage.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Hit and Run and Road Rage are the only 2 Simpsons games that exist.
Yeah, I 100%ed Road Rage. I never finished Hit and Run, so I still have my old PS2 copy of it in my parents' basement somewhere. So one of these days I'll go over there and like snag it out of the box and actually play it though.
I feel like with old driving games like that, I'm gonna pick it up and just get pissed at the controls being janky.
Well, yeah, but I made it through GTA 3 on the PS2. I can make it through Simpsons Hit and Run.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
Yeah. Because I did have, when I decided to finally play the whole GTA series, I started with 3 because that was the earliest one that was on a console I owned. And 3 definitely was like a chore to finish at times because the controls were janky. Plus, I'm still using my original PS2 controllers, so I doubt they're like that great anymore.
Would you excuse me for 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
All right. We're Gen Z. We can handle all eras of gaming. That is true. We are the exact right age to handle everything from Atari to like PS5. Damn, this is old. All right. Ugh. Oh, fuck me. And we're elder Gen Z, so we're not brain rotten. Yeah, we're in like I think the tweet called it Generation Fucked, which is like that exact midpoint between millennials and Gen Z, where like they had various data points to describe that generation, and one of them was like never actually used a payphone, but remember seeing them around, which is like yeah, that is accurate. Or had VHS tapes and CDs. It's like I did indeed have both of those as a child. Mostly VHS tapes. My love of music came later. But yeah, I remember watching the fucking Rugrats movie on the orange VHS. You either turn in the, I'm assuming you meant turn into Nick Fuentes or Chris Valenti. Yeah, that is true. It's like the what was the meme that said something about that? Oh yeah, it was like if you were an edgy 14-year-old atheist, you went 2 directions. Either the workers must control the means of production, or you can decide someone's intelligence based on the shape of their skull. Yeah, the 2 castles meme too.
What's up?
So the reason I asked about the Simpsons game, which I
Oh.
believe was the last console Simpsons game they made. I
When
believe
was this?
2007.
What console was this even?
PS2 and 3. Like that era. It was on both of them because it came out early enough.
Oh God! So you're playing like the Simpsons movie?
No, it doesn't actually relate to the plot of the Simpsons movie at all. It just came out
Oh.
around the same time, but it
Okay.
also is an original story.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, it's not like the best thing ever, but it's pretty fun. I had a lot of fun with it as a kid, and I replayed it recently. Anyway, one of the later missions, because it gets all meta, where like they realize they're game characters and they have to like stop themselves from being made obsolete, like all the old Simpsons games, that kind of thing.
Oh God.
And so one of the levels near the end, you actually have to go to Matt Groening's house, and he's voiced by himself, which is cool. And then you have to fight your way through Matt Groening's mansion and then fight him, and he's got like Dr. Zoidberg and Bender as his henchmen, and
What else are you fighting?
a million copies of Zoidberg and Bender for a lot of it. And then there's also like security guards at the beginning.
So think about how many tentacles was in his house, and you're telling me you don't think this man is a little freaky?
Oh, I think he might be freaky, but I think he's only freaky with consenting adults. At least I hope so.
I don't know, man. I got no faith in anyone who makes content. No faith.
That is fair. Anyway, you should play the Simpsons game at some point. It's pretty entertaining. It's got some.
We
pretty
have
cool shit.
Fortnite. We have Fortnite now. What are you talking about?
That is
Fortnite
true.
is the Simpsons game.
I'm so glad I missed the boat on Fortnite because now I don't have to fucking keep track of that bullshit.
Funniest part is you really didn't. With these season-based games, you can't miss a boat because they're just constantly creating new FOMO for people.
Yeah, true. But I also hate playing online, so that helps.
I think that's the bigger click.
Yeah. Speaking
You
of,
don't like just beating them kids?
No, more accurately, I don't like getting beat up by kids because that's what usually happens when I try to play online.
Nah, man. Just go beat up some kids. You got this.
It's not even just about that, and I know it's easy for me to say this because I'm not like particularly good at it. But the thing that drives me insane with online games is that the rules of like damage hit points and like reaction time on the guns seem to just go out the fucking window.
It's not that they go out the window. They're just not the same as the single player games. It's just like it's like. Have you ever played Civilization?
Not to any like real extent, but I know you're big into it.
If you play online versus you're playing AI, you just got to have different techniques. Like I'll assume a computer will accept my treaty. With people suck. No one's ever gonna actually do that. Everyone's gonna try to wage war on me at some point.
You ever just eat a charcuterie board for dinner?
Ooh, I love a charcuterie board.
I do love that too.
Just cheese and meats.
Actually, last Sunday we went to this like my family and we went to this place to get brunch, and it was really packed because it was football day. So our food took forever to arrive. Whatever. The point is that we didn't wind up eating lunch till like 2:30, and it was a big ass fucking lunch. So I didn't get hungry for dinner till like 9 p.m. I just made myself a grilled cheese. This is the best goddamn dinner.
Just a grilled cheese.
There is nothing like making a grilled cheese at like 1 a.m. in the dark ass kitchen trying to be quiet, and then standing over the kitchen sink eating it like a fat little goblin.
Oh my god. Nah, I just come back to my cave and hide.
Well, yeah, that's fair, but I was home alone, I think, that night. Speaking of online stuff, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but the new fucking Black Ops, I guess, has something called a co-op campaign.
Yeah, dude, it's got kaiju.
Well, I don't even care about that. I just hate the fact that it's like trying to de-emphasize the ability to play by yourself.
I mean, I feel like it's just an option.
It is. I mean, this thing says that it's like shitty playing solo. I'll judge that myself. But the thing that drives me crazy that I heard on one of these is that like multiplayer, you can't pause it.
I mean, you don't gotta do it though.
I mean, yeah, I do. I pause my games all the time.
Well, no, I mean, like, you don't gotta do this co-op mode.
No, I don't, but I think, like, even when you're playing by yourself, it still works like you're playing online, so you can't pause it, like, mid-level or
Are
something.
you sure?
Let me find out.
Only because if that's true, it would suck.
Yeah. Because I did not, Black Ops 4 was the one that didn't have a campaign, so I just skipped it. That's the only console Call of Duty I've never played.
I have not played a Call of Duty console game in goddamn years.
I certainly haven't spent money on one in years, but people keep giving them to me for Christmas, so I'll take it.
I actually kind of had something of a crisis when my buddy told me that Black Ops 7 came out, and I went, "They're on 7?"
Yeah, it's weird because they dropped the numbering and then they brought it back.
I mean, is that what they did?
Yeah, they made Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4, which only the first two have any, like, real connection, by the way.
Okay.
The 3 and 4 are, like, loose sequels, but they're literally, like, a century plus into the future. Which is stupid, I know.
So where's Mason?
So Mason and Woods and all those guys don't appear in 3 at all, other than in, like, the little in-universe history text you can read on your computer.
But they're in the next one, of course. Okay, that's great.
In
That's great.
4, I guess,
I
because
love it.
I never played 4, but what I read is that using magic sci-fi bullshit, they managed to resurrect Woods and Mason as, like, trainers for your team or something like that. I don't fucking know.
So to be clear, we brought back the insane dude from the dead to
Well,
train your Spec Ops.
I guess he's not insane anymore? I don't know.
But like the insaneness kind of runs with the character development, it feels
Yeah,
like.
I don't know. So anyway, they do those 4, and then a couple years later, they finally. I say finally, like, Jesus, realizing it now, it was only 2 years between 4 and 5. It felt like a lot longer because a lot of stuff happened in my fucking life. Yes, exactly. The numbers, Mason. So they made Black Ops Cold War, which is a prequel, and that takes place, like, in 1981, I think. So, like, between 1 and 2 is where it takes place.
Okay.
And that one, again, was just called Cold War. Like, it was still canon to the old games, but, like, they dropped the numbering, and then with the very next one, they brought it back, Black Ops 6. And that one took place, like, a few years after 2. Like, it took place during, like, the Gulf War in the early 90s.
And there's no 5 because I'm supposed to put the 5 into Cold War.
Yeah, I mean, other than the weird titling, it does form a somewhat cohesive storyline, so I can't really complain
I just don't
that
need
much,
7
but
of them. I don't need 7 of them.
I don't either. The only reason I'm mildly interested in this one is because it's a sequel to 2, so it brings back David Mason and, like, what the fuck was Michael Rooker's character's name?
All I know is he's a monster kaiju. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I couldn't tell.
Oh
The
my
last
god.
time I cared about Black Ops characters, Reznov was alive.
According to this IGN thing, 5% of PlayStation players have actually finished the campaign on Black Ops 6.
That's high ratings.
Oh. I guess I'm unique then, because I only buy Call of Duty for the fucking story modes, because they used to be good.
No. People haven't played the stories in years.
That's all I play, because they used to be good.
It used to be a game about, like, real war.
Yeah.
I went and, like, replayed Stalingrad in that game, and now you're ghost running on the wall to go and fight the kaiju with your giant knife mega attack that you shoot with magic while you go and do the like goddamn Gwitty on someone. No.
So I don't know how they'll explain it because the game isn't even out yet, as far as I know. Or if it is, I certainly haven't played it. In 6, they had one level that was like that with like zombies and shit, but it was excused in story as being you were drugged with something.
I'm getting real tired of this excuse.
I know.
I've seen it a lot of times.
And it's a shame because the level itself is really cool. They give you like a grappling hook gauntlet thing on your arm like Batman, and like the whole level is like kind of 3D because you can grapple onto shit. Like it's an awesome fucking section of the game.
I do like to grapple onto shit like Batman.
Yeah, and it's like you can use it as a weapon to. Oh shit! Ah shit, we lost him. Well, he'll be back in a second. In the meantime, I'm gonna eat this perfectly normal chocolate. That definitely does not have anything. There it is. There you are.
Fighting technology.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's like Alex says in the chat. They got him.
They got me. I said too much. Oh, well, it's just me, it looks like. They got me, and they got him.
There we go. It's
So-
still the wrong fucking camera. I hate when this happens.
So now they got you, is what I'm seeing.
I'm back.
What the fuck is happening, folks?
Yeah, I did escape their grasp. In fact, both of us did. Yeah, so anyway, fucking Call of Duty is kind of dumb, but which is a shame because it used to be great.
It was all right.
Well, yeah, when I was a kid, it was really great.
When I was a kid, and first-person shooters were like the most adventurous thing ever because I was a child.
Yeah.
But like,
in all seriousness, no, though I've replayed some of them many times, and including like I replayed the original Modern Warfare trilogy a couple years ago. It's still pretty fucking fun. There's still some great shit in there.
Sometimes, yeah, there were some good things.
Yeah, like the whole Captain Price detonating the nuke to set off the EMP. Like that was awesome.
Are you talking about my boy Soap McTavish?
Well, Captain Price is the one who did that, but yes.
Well, yeah, no, just like Soap was there.
Yeah, in fact, I actually am sort of into the storyline of the new Modern Warfares, somewhat, or at least the parts with Soap.
I just love Soap. I think we all just love him.
I love the Ghost meme. Yeah, that too. But yeah, like Soap and Ghost and Price and all them, even though they're different voice actors now, still feel like themselves. And in fact, Ghost is probably a better character in the new ones because he gets more time to talk and make jokes and shit.
I gotta go back and replay.
Yeah. Well, everyone shat on the new Modern Warfare 3 to some extent, rightfully so, because it does feel like short as fuck. Like it feels a lot more like a story DLC for 2. And the reason why it feels that way is because that's what it started off as.
Which is fine. We could have just had that.
Well, yeah, but it was just like, I think they meant to do that as a DLC and then do a third one later, but then Infinity Ward was like, nah, just turn that into 3. And they were like, oh, fuck. All right.
Yeah, like in the age when DLC used to mean large amounts of content before we got neutered. It was great.
Yeah, I'm talking about the recent one, too, by the way, not the original Modern Warfare 3. That one I'll defend more than most people. Because I do love some of the scenes in that.
A lot of people love that game.
It's kind of a shame they never did a remaster of it the way they did with the previous 2.
I mean, there's always hope. I'm still holding out the Fallout's getting one.
Yeah, me
Maybe
too.
you'll get one too.
You know what I really
Oh.
liked in the HD remaster of Modern Warfare 2 is during the no Russian scene. If you go back and like if you turn backwards and look in the elevator, you see Yuri like lying there wounded.
Nice.
Because they obviously hadn't written that when they did the original version of 2. And also when all the soldiers pull out their phones to film the missile going off, they switched it to smartphones.
I don't know, man. Stuff
that
like
was-
that shows like a modern story just means like set in 95.
Well, keep in mind, Modern Warfare 2, despite coming out in 2009, is supposed to take place in like 2016, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but they obviously didn't anticipate the rise of smartphones. So when they went back, they were like, let's switch those out for smartphones instead of flip phones.
If it makes them feel better, I guess. It's like, do you feel like the content is really better?
Well, I mean, no, but it is Modern Warfare 2. It is like the gold standard for Call of Duty for a reason.
I feel like the gold standard was for reasons that don't even exist anymore. It was for like legions and legions of 13-year-old white kids with their mom's credit cards who would go online and call me the hard R, no scope me into oblivion, noob tube you across the map, call you a camper because their dad owned Xbox Live, and like it was a different time to be alive. It was great, but now all of that's gone.
Yeah, like I said, I don't fucking play online. I hate that shit. I like playing by myself with my laptop propped up next to me, listening to YouTube so that my brain is occupied while my hands do something else.
Medication's a great thing, my friend.
I don't even have ADHD as far as I know. It's just like, okay, I'm listening to YouTube. That occupies my mind, but not my hands.
You could be a champion knitter.
That is true. I could do that. That's
With
why
a
I like
hard
Legos.
R.
That's why I have all the Legos. And no, I'm not breaking out the hard R. That's for very special occasions.
No. I'm talking about knitter. You know,
Oh.
like hard R.
I remember. I obviously won't say it here, but I remember once you and I were talking about the big one, and you were like,
God.
"All right, I want you to say it. What does he call it in this scene?" And I want you to say it. And I was like, I mean, I'll do it, but I'm not happy about it.
Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, I'm going on record that I'm not happy about this before I say it.
His name is not Slave Jim. I'm not having it. Like, I'm not here for this.
Yeah, I remember DL Hewley years ago when that first happened, made a joke
Jim.
about that, where he was like, "I'd rather be than a slave, because if you call me that other one, I can be offended, but I still get to leave and then go home in my car to my house."
I think we're just not acknowledging the fact that I don't care if you like it or not. That was his name.
Well,
Like,
yeah, and that was
so-
basically what he was saying, but he had to make it funny because he's a comedian, you know.
I don't know. DL Huey's hit or miss. Like, so
I
sometimes,
agree.
like,
That's just one of his jokes that I
like
did.
sometimes the boy just needs to go and model for Macy's or something. I don't know.
I need to be entertained at all times. I don't need to be entertained at all times. I just like to be. I
Well,
never say it, even if my friends give me permission. Best not to get in the habit. Yeah, I don't either. This was a one-time occasion, and it was upon request.
it was a very interesting conversation to see how we can progress with this.
Yeah. Like, if I'm explicitly asked and I get, like, the little fucking waiver that I can sign, like, all right, maybe, but I'm still not going to get in the habit of it.
And not socially. It's not a social thing. This was important.
I wish
But speaking of being entertained at all times,
Yeah.
what if you were entertained at all times by all of humanity?
Oh, I knew you were going to bring this up.
You asked me.
Yeah,
I came
did.
correct.
And I came slightly prepared by having the Wikipedia thing on hand.
Oh, I am so, like, there's so much. So, I'm just gonna throw out here. Well, remember when I had seen like 10 minutes of the first episode? I'm like, so it's just a hive mind, right? Yeah, it's just a hive mind, my guy. There is not much more here. It's great.
It's a benevolent hive mind, but a hive mind nonetheless.
Define benevolent.
Well, true.
I mean, no, because like eventually it feels like these people are going to be integrated into itself, right?
Yeah.
And it claims to have the memories and emotions of anyone who's ever joined it, right?
Yeah.
So one could argue this is self-interest with extra steps.
That is true. The thing I fucking wonder, so what was his name? French Lando Calrissian? That's what I call him.
The what?
The black dude who's like got all the women. He showed up on Air Force One. I call him French Lando Calrissian.
I don't even.
He dresses like fucking Lando. He acts like Lando. I mean, what do you want from me?
I guess I could see this. I just wouldn't have gone there.
That was like the first thing I thought of, because really stylish black dude with a kind of not out of place but old-fashioned haircut, with all these beautiful women around him that he nevertheless seems to respect quite dearly, even though he's attracted to them.
First thing I thought was he understood the assignment when he pulled up in Air Force One.
Oh,
he understood the assignment.
That is definitely something Lando Calrissian would do.
I was watching that show, just sitting there like, you know how much stuff I want? I want so much stuff.
Oh, yeah, I think I said this to you already. Not only do I want so much stuff, everything I want is fucking mundane.
Absolutely not. Like I'm going to be requesting thousands of people jump from a plane in tandem to spell out my name and the current song that I'm playing on my iPod as a DJ home remixes the song over FM radio just for me. Like we're not doing this.
I would eventually hit that point if I was left to my devices for a while, but my initial instinct would literally just be like, yo, can someone go grab me a new TV?
I want everyone to do a Hands Across America, but then do that one dance where they pop and lock it so they pass the whole fucking train all the way across the US.
Did you know that if every human being on Earth held hands in a row across the entire planet, that many of them would drown?
Not necessarily, no.
Well, if you had to go around the planet, you'd have to go over the water at some point.
Yeah, but like I can just go high up and I have like tension, so people will be midair, just holding, like held on by the strength of their grip to one another.
Okay, well, if you want to be all fucking scientific about it.
I do. I'm trying to make this work here.
So here's my question regarding French Lando, all right?
Okay.
Do you also get the sense that he's going to ultimately turn out to be a hero?
Well, it's interesting to note he is the only other person who doesn't have people hooked up to this thing and who is chill with it.
That is true. Also, note, like, because he's got all the gorgeous women around him, note that he doesn't seem to be fucking any of them.
That's not true at all.
Is it?
Oh, he's fucking them. No, they say it. He's fucking them. But they specifically said that they welcome and appreciate all affection.
Okay, because I thought that, like, I knew he showed up with them all, like, looking sexy, but I thought the implication was that his appreciation, shall we say, ended at looking at them.
No, because like, so he asked main character Carol, like, yo, can I take your pirate girlfriend thing? And she's like, why are you asking me? And he's like, well, they said I gotta ask. And she's like, well, why do you want them? And he goes,
well, yeah, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into him. Maybe I'm associating him too much with Lando Calrissian. But the implication I got from that was that he wants to look like a womanizer more than he actually wants to womanize.
No, he wants to fuck them with
Well,
consent.
Well, what I thought was that he wanted her to think he was fucking them all because he wanted to like posture like he was this badass.
No. He is just fucking them.
Okay, because then that's weird to me because it's a hive mind of all but 12 of the entire human race. So if you have sex with one of them, you're technically having sex with every child on Earth.
No, you're having sex with this individual. That
Yeah,
individual is connected, but okay, because like we haven't established a very important thing to kind of go up what you're saying here. Are they all one mind now? Or because like what we've been told so far is they're all psychically linked.
Yeah, but they seem to be like all pieces of one mind.
I don't necessarily know about that. I think that is where this might be interesting.
Okay.
It might kind of be like a psychic collective sort of deal. Where like they speak as one mind, but it's like how like a Congress is one mind, but there's a bunch of people inside of it.
It makes me so happy the show airs week to week so that we have time to speculate like this because that's what makes a fucking show take off, guys.
Okay, Boomer.
No, really, I'm not kidding. Like there are a few exceptions, but for the most part, shows that really catch on with everybody are the ones that air week to week because people have time to speculate. Stranger Things is an exception though. That one caught on no matter what.
Like maybe you're right. I just don't. Actually, but like it catching on doesn't necessarily make it better or worse, though.
No, it doesn't. But at least for me, it makes it more fun.
That's fair. Okay, now I can take that. That's fair.
And also, just there's the matter of if it catches on with more people, it's more likely to get renewed. Because you notice, like, how many Netflix specifically shows just kind of come out, people talk about them for like a day or two, and then they just kind of fade off.
Well, yeah, but that's like the Netflix curse. That's like a whole different model of nonsense.
But notice
Vince Gilligan greatness.
Yeah, notice that it does, like, say Hulu, for example, because Hulu does kind of a mix of both. Most of Hulu's shows that drop the whole season at once don't tend to stick around in the consciousness as long, with the exception of The Bear, for some reason.
Because women choose the bear. That's why.
Yeah, and you know what? Having seen the way that some men behave on Twitter, I get it.
Where?
On Twitter.
What's that?
I'm not calling it the other thing. It's never happening. I will dead name Twitter until either I or Elon Musk overdose on ketamine and die.
Respect our techno lord and savior, Elon. He did not steal emeralds from the mines with his bare hands, only to have you disrespect him like this.
I am never calling it the other thing.
I mean, I come on. I think we can find a solution here, don't you?
Well, what's your suggestion?
I'm just saying, I think there's a way we could solve for X.
You're lucky I don't just end this after that fucking joke. I'm mad.
Why?
Fuck you. That pisses me off.
Why?
What were we talking about before? Something about shows catching on.
Pluribus.
Oh yeah. I respect him as much as his father did. His father's fucking still alive, which is nuts.
Man.
He's still alive and he's married to his one-time stepdaughter, which is totally normal and not fucking disturbing at all.
I respect him as much as he respects someone in the lowest caste of the caste system in which he grew up. Yay.
Or the caste system he's part of now, the financial caste system.
Like, yay, but like, I don't know. South African racism was just like wholeheartedly with your chest. It was very say it with your chest racism.
Yeah, it was It was not respectable, but it was at least honest.
Listen, it's simpler. And I
Yeah.
think in the complicated world we live in, a little simple racism is not welcome, but it's easier to digest.
This is seemingly apropos of nothing, but it just came to my mind. Did you ever watch the show The Gifted on Fox?
No.
It was an X-Men show, but like one of the ones where they weren't allowed to use any of the mainstream X-Men type of thing.
Oh, nope, I did not see this.
Okay. Like in the universe of it, the X-Men have gone missing or whatever, so like that's part of it. But anyway, there's an episode where they in fact, Alex in the comments probably knows the answer to this. Who's the fucking black dude who was in that episode who was leading the Morlocks? He had like the blind eye. I thought it was Bishop, but maybe it's not.
Oh, they all look the same. Can't tell.
Well, he did look like Bishop, but then he had some traits that didn't match Bishop. So maybe it was supposed to be him, maybe it wasn't. Anyway, he's blind in his left eye. He's got like a big ass scar over it.
Ooh.
And eventually he kind of tells them the story, and he's like, yeah, when I was a kid, some older kids beat the shit out of me and slashed me across the face.
Oh, that's fine.
And they say, were they mutant haters? And he kind of chuckles and he goes, were they mutant haters? Like Friends of Humanity or whatever.
Oh.
And he chuckles and he goes, no, actually, they were just good old-fashioned racists.
Nice.
Because to him, the notion of human racism is like almost quaint now that he's had to deal with anti-mutant racism.
I don't know. Like if we're gonna be so on the nose that it's just
Shatter.
a
That was
thing.
it. Thank you, Alex. It was Shatter.
Shatter. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, here. Yeah, this is what he normally looks like in the comics.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Let me see if I can find the one from The Gifted. Because it was an actor I recognize. Wait, are you sure it was Shatter, Alex? Because I'm looking at Shatter and he doesn't look like that.
Called in the expert and then questioned him. I can't believe this.
I know. Okay, So they weren't the Morlocks; they were the Mutant Underground. Okay, can you tell it's been like 7 years since I watched The Gifted?
That's messed up.
I mean, it's not like that good.
That's almost as messed up as thinking he wasn't fucking all of those supermodels. He was fucking them.
Yeah, maybe. I hope not, though, because that's a little weird.
Oh no, he is. And I mean, okay. I can understand where you're like, I hope not. There's no one, like, there's no children left, man. They're all gone. There's no normal people left. They're all gone.
No, I know, but like the kids who were assimilated are still in there, you know?
But they're not kids anymore. They're just like cogs in the machine.
I guess.
Like kids are kids because they haven't been exposed to how shitty the world is.
Guy. Okay, here. It was this guy.
They've been exposed to everyone's shittiness. Like everyone everywhere is shittiness.
I guess his name was Erg.
Yo, why does that look like that Kid Cudi MCU character they did? Fucking Kang.
Kid Cudi? What does he have to do with that?
Didn't Kid Cudi play Kang?
No, Jonathan Majors did.
Looked like Kid Cudi.
Yeah, certainly in some of the costumes I can see that. Oh shit, they race swapped this guy in the show? They went fucking woke? What's this fucking woke bullshit right here?
Ooh, what kind of woke nonsense are we talking about?
And his fucking eye patch is on a different side. This is how little they respect you. This is how little they respect the character that a writer for hire came up with in 3 seconds and got.
He was white and now he's black?
Yeah.
And you're telling me that like that integrally changes his character?
Not really. It allows them to throw in the line about good old-fashioned racists. That's about it.
I'm gonna throw this out here. I want to see us just fucking head first dive in and really race swap a character. Like, no, like, you wanna know what? Give me a race swap version of Peacemaker's dad.
Where
You
he's
wanna
like,
you wanna claim I'm taking your white characters away? Let's
so
do
he's
it.
like pre-character development Malcolm X, or he's like Elijah Muhammad or something.
He's Huey Newton found an alien cache of weapons.
I was trying to go a little less morally upstanding than Huey Newton, but okay.
I mean, I'm swapping them. So, like,
Like, is he the villain still in this hypothetical scenario?
I guess in this hypothetical
Uncle
scenario,
Ruckus. Yeah, it's fucking Uncle Ruckus. Hear ye, hear ye.
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. I was tempted, but I'm not doing it.
That's
I'm
about
not
as far as I could go without stepping into some TOS territory with Uncle Ruckus.
I can just hear the horns in my head.
Yeah.
But no, I think if we're gonna go full woke remake over, right? We have to do what the right feels is truly happening. So we get Huey Newton with an alien cache, and he oppresses all the hardworking, upstanding Western Europeans who have just been trapped here
Hell
for,
yeah,
for
dude.
like so long, and like just like dealing under the vein of these immigrants. These
Those
people.
goddamn Yakubians have had it too good for too long.
Like, and like I want to have them just pitting the whites against each other. So they're talking with old fashioned boomer racism. Have you ever
Yeah.
heard a really, really old person get racist about a thing you didn't know people cared about?
Yeah, they have like a seething passionate hatred for like Dominicans specifically and no other ethnicity.
My favorite's when you get the white guys who do it about the other white guys.
Oh my god, yeah, fucking whipping out the Polak jokes and everything.
Yes, exactly. Like real old European racism. And like they all just like chuckle with their buddies. And for some reason, the guy who they're joking on is like, "That's hilarious. I love this."
So I know that I've told part of the story before. My dad lived in England for a couple of years when he was like in what we would call middle school.
How many
For, like,
knives?
what'd you say?
How many knives got impaled into him?
0 as far as I know, but plenty of fists got thrown at him.
That's not really in England.
Well, it was boarding school, all boys, so.
Oh, that's sexual abuse. That's not fun.
As far as I know, no. And for his sake, I hope not.
Look into it.
It helps that he just had his growth spurt early, so he was like almost 6 feet tall when he was 11, and therefore was
it's like
a head taller than all the other kids.
European boarding school has an institutional sexual assault component of it.
That is true, yeah.
It's fun.
So anyway, the actual funny part of this story is that he told me once that what he remembers is that they had the exact same racist jokes that he'd grown up hearing in like Miami and Detroit and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they were about Polish people or the Irish or like other white ethnicities, whereas when he'd heard them, they were about black people or Latinos or whatever. But it's like the exact same fucking joke, just with a different ethnicity. And he's like, that's like the same joke, right? And he'd like translate American racist jokes for them. And
what's the difference between a Klingon and a park bench? A park bench can support a family of 4. Like that kind of bullshit. You can say about anything.
I also around that time he was living there, American Pie, the album that is, not the sex comedy movie.
I literally already had my cock out. I was heading to the dessert, but okay, never mind.
So when Don McLean's American Pie came out, he was living in England, and they were all like, "Oh, sweet, new Don McLean album," because he'd made it over to England. And then they listened to the song American Pie together, and my dad was the only American in the house, so he had to translate a couple of the lyrics for them into British English.
What the fuck is rye? What is rye?
Yeah, well, like they, um, the line "pink carnation in a pickup truck." Like he had to translate the term pickup truck to them because like American music had made it to them, but American movies and TV hadn't quite yet, so they didn't really know all the American terms for cars and shit.
Man, all I know is they know the American noise for freedom.
Well, now they do.
Oh, they knew. They knew originally.
These kids, I hope, did not, but yes, their parents probably did. But I would certainly hope this group of 12-year-olds did not personally know the sound of a gunshot.
Maybe they just played a lot of games growing up.
Yeah, maybe. It's really fascinating to think about people who were kids at that age, or really just to think about like that era in general. Like I read a tweet the other day, and this is just my fucking stoner ADHD ass going off, but I want your thoughts on it because you're very intelligent and I love you very much.
Oh, you're sweet. I love you too.
So they're talking about like Star Wars and how there's like the original, and there were really clear like SS influences and the Imperial aesthetics. I mean, how they're even called stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And because I know about that shit from history class, I always kind of subconsciously assumed that's also where George Lucas heard about it. Because he was only like a very young child. Like he was 2 years old when World War II ended, so it's not like he served.
He's an old Jewish person.
Well, Lucas isn't Jewish, but Spielberg is.
Oh, sorry, I flipped him.
And anyway, so like someone on Twitter was pointing out, like it's easy because it's been so long. It's easy for us to forget that in 1977, World War II was still a fairly recent memory, and there were plenty of adults in the audience who served, and like they recognized the shape of Vader's helmet, or they recognized why the stormtroopers march in that formation. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. Like George Lucas, his fucking dad probably served. Or if not his dad, then like a friend's dad or an uncle or something. Like he probably heard firsthand how bad the Nazis were.
I mean, you don't even have to serve or have a family member serve in that era to really get a good picture, just with all the propaganda and all the things they made to support the war efforts. And then the following need to continue all of the army activity, pretty much. I think there's no way that anyone wasn't aware, which is almost why I don't want to be that guy, but like it's kind of an easy pull. Like. You like call people literal Nazis in your movie. I guess we know who the villain is.
Yeah. I'm trying to find by the way, when I started Googling did George Lucas's dad fight in World War II, one of the autofill results was did George Lucas have daddy issues?
Did he?
It doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, he's named after his fucking dad.
Oh, no one named after their dad ever has daddy issues. Yeah.
No, but what I mean is like that's where the information I can find about his father ends on Wikipedia. Like it says his dad's full name and like his family's general ethnic ancestry, and then skips straight ahead to opening weekend of Disneyland in 1955.
Hell, I don't even know why what his dad did matters. I mean, you could hear that from anyone, a teacher.
Oh, yeah, true.
Friends, dad, uncles.
To hear it from your own father probably fucks you up real bad. I'm lucky none of my fucking close relatives had to fight in any war, but Larry never calls me smart. All he ever says to me is quiet piggy. That is true.
Damn. George, want to know what I'm hearing?
What?
Maybe a piggy needs to be a little quieter.
True. Did you there was a movie that came out I think at the end of last year called Here. Did you see that movie?
Here. I don't think so, no.
It's so it's Robert Zemeckis.
Is it a horror movie?
No, it's a family drama type of thing.
Yeah, no, I didn't see this.
So it it's Robert Zemeckis reunited with Tom Hanks and Robin Wright. Like they're playing a couple again in a Robert Zemeckis movie for the first time in 30 years.
Okay, that's a choice.
Yeah. And so it takes place entirely from one camera angle in one room. The camera never moves.
So it's a play.
Essentially, yeah. It's intentionally staged like a play. Except we see that room in a million eras. Mostly about the particular family that had the house for a few generations, but we get flashbacks to the dinosaurs in that room, meaning the spot where that room will one day be. We get like the house, we get Native Americans in the tribe in that region. But it's mostly about the family that lives there from like the late 40s to like the 2000s, because several generations live there.
Okay, if I had a nickel for every weird time-related movie that Tom Hanks was in which I cared about the relations of a specific location over a long period, I'd have 2 nickels, which
Cloud
isn't
Atlas.
a lot, but it's kind of weird to have it twice.
I haven't seen Cloud Atlas, but I've heard that.
It is pretty true.
So the movie, I watched it when I was kind of stoned, so it really emotionally spoke to me, but it also has really fucking ghastly, ugly visuals at times.
Ooh.
Because what they do is that via de-aging technology, these characters appear at like a million ages, right?
Couldn't afford to cast more actors, huh?
Well, what they wanted was for the same actors to tell the story of these characters' entire lives. I get why they did it.
So they wanted Fatherhood with Ethan Hawke without the work it took to make Fatherhood with Ethan Hawke.
Yes, though, to be fair, that one was only 12 years, not like 70. So I get it.
What the fucking Scorsese's de-aging people all the time and re-aging people, and it looks fine. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah, it actually, part of why it looked ugly in this movie is because it was like AI assisted de-aging technology. Now sometimes it looks fantastic, other times it looks terrible.
Damn you, ChatGPT.
Remarkably, the actors give such strong performances that you can that they perform through the issue, through the limitations of the tech.
Really feels like it should just be a play then.
Well, it was based on a graphic novel, apparently. But so it anyway, there's a scene in it where obviously he's not still played by Tom Hanks when he's 10, but like from age like 17.
Maybe it's really de-aged Tom Hanks, or what if it's like the George Lopez show where they get a kid, but they just cut Tom Hanks' head off and like put it on the kid? It's like,
so they don't do that, but from age like 17 onwards, he's played by Tom Hanks. And Paul Bettany is his father, which is it's kind of funny to see Paul Bettany playing father to Tom Hanks.
Who's Paul Bettany again?
Vision from the Marvel movies.
Oh, nice.
Though not in pink fucking bald cap makeup this time. So there's a scene where he he's kind of like the typical 50s dad, like he's gruff and kind of like doesn't really wear his heart on his
sleeve. Beats the shit out of the kid, probably drinks 2 highballs on the way home. His wife better have that meatloaf in the oven.
So that's the thing. When we first met him in the movie, I expected him to be kind of like that, but then as we spend more time with him, we realize there's a lot more nuance to him. And no, he doesn't beat his kids. He's just like kind of gruff and doesn't really talk a lot.
What is he? Some kind of pansy, see? He don't disappoint his children.
So there's a scene where he I forget what he's doing in the room, but he's like in the room taking a phone call maybe, but he's not really watching the TV. And there's like some World War II movie on the TV, and little like 8-year-old Rick, I think Ricky's his name, is watching it. And the dad gets off the phone call or whatever he's doing, and he sits down in the chair, and his kid goes, "Dad, did you ever shoot anyone in the war?" Because he's a kid, he doesn't get that that's not something you ask. and he gets like really quiet. He gives a fucking amazing performance in the scene, Paul Bettany. He gets really
This is
quiet.
a wild question. Why isn't that something you ask?
Basically just because he probably doesn't want to talk about his fucking war experiences.
I mean, you chose to do them.
Well, who knows if he did? It was World War II. He could have been drafted, but
Well, I mean, you could have gone to jail.
yeah, true. Anyway, so he gets really quiet. He's got like a glass of whiskey in his hand. And he gets really quiet and he goes, it's hard to tell if you actually have shot anyone because battle's really chaotic. You can barely
Yeah,
see what's going on. And he goes, but I remember I had a friend. His name was whatever the name was. We called him Two-Tone because he had two different colored eyes.
Called him Two-Tone because he was biracial.
He wouldn't have been allowed in the same regiment with Paul Bettany then in that era.
Because he was white enough. We could pass. We could call him an Italian.
So he says, yeah, Two-Tone was actually crouched next to me in a trench, and I watched him get his fucking his jaw blown off by a bullet. Like, I basically was looking him in the fucking eye as he died.
Jeez, Dad, that's an L. I want to know if you took anyone.
Yeah, well, he says that, and of course Ricky's like fully fucking locked in on the story, and he goes, "What'd you do? What'd you do?" And rather than kind of answer it, he goes, I don't really want to talk about this. It's kind of like not really something I enjoy. And he like finishes his whiskey and pours a second. And the kid gets the message and he's like, oh, okay. And he wanders off to go do something else. And he gets like Paul Bettany gets a minute to like sit there and steady himself as his fucking PTSD is hitting him. It's like, God damn, he's a fucking good actor. Because he's doing that like through some aging shit. And he's still doing a really great job.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun film.
Yeah, I don't know, because like it didn't get the best reviews, but for me, other than the ghastly visuals, I loved it. I had to take it down a full star on Letterboxd because it was so hideous at times, but all the non-visual elements are fucking great.
Hey, I watched multiple seasons of Disenchanted. I think I can deal with this.
I just remembered they even, because, we see the house in a million different eras, they correctly remembered the fact that in the mid-60s, 911 didn't exist yet.
I mean, did it just go September 10th and September 12th?
That's 9/11, not 911. They're different things.
They're named after each other.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, because so in the scene where Ricky, who's now an adult, or now like barely an adult, he gets his girlfriend pregnant. They get married. She moves in. Whatever, you know, classic story.
Yeah.
When his wife goes into labor with their kid, she's home alone with his little brother, who's like 11. And it's like, oh, fuck, how does he deal with this? Like, he can't get a hold of his brother. He can't get a hold of his mom because they're both out. And, of course, cell phones don't exist in 1965.
What did Tom Hanks to do?
Well, this isn't even Tom Hanks. This is Tom Hanks' little brother, who's like a middle schooler. Tom Hanks is at work when this is happening.
I don't even have a reference point. What's a Tom Hanks' brother to do?
Yeah, so her water fucking instantly breaks. She's immediately having contractions. He's trying to call his brother at work and he can't get him. But 911 doesn't exist yet. So what do? He goes, fuck it, I'm calling a fire truck because it's like the best option he can think of. And then it just like jump cuts to like an hour later. She's like on their couch with a thin towel to catch the liquid, like pushing. The firefighters are catching the baby right in time, like literally as she's fucking crowning. Tom Hanks makes it home. He's finally heard, so he, by the skin of his sack, he makes it there for the birth of his daughter.
So how were Karens supposed to call and report barbecues in the 60s?
You'd have to actually call the police number.
Now,
granted, that's probably only like 2 digits because most towns did have like a shortcut for the police. But
Oh,
Like,
okay. So,
towns had versions of 911. There was just no standardized nationwide 911 hotline until I think 68.
but it was like short and sweet. So people
Yeah,
could.
like you could type in, star 36 for the local PD or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Just like hit the 6-9 real quick, and then you're good on your way.
Yeah, like yeah, 6-9. That's why.
Isn't that how you do the thing?
Yeah, I think it
Star
depends on area
6-9.
code. I think it depends on area code. Sometimes it's like 8-2. Sometimes it's I don't know. I never do it because I don't care if people can see who I am.
The only thing I know about area codes are the various ones in which Ludacris keeps his hosts.
Yeah, I know about 313 because of 8 Mile.
Yeah. See, now I can't remember shit.
I can't either because my edible's about to kick in. But anyway,
The beam.
yeah, here's a great movie. Police. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. You ever notice in old movies when someone writes down their phone number, it's always like a lot shorter? Because like back then, not only was the area code deemed less necessary, but like if you go back far enough, phone numbers just simply were not 10 digits.
Oh yeah, they're small little ditties.
Yeah, like even my mom, who's not particularly old, was talking to my grandma a few months ago and they were saying like, "Oh yeah, I distinctly remembered that like 436 was how we called the neighbors or whatever." It's like that was it. That was all you needed to type.
How long have they had a phone? Having a phone since Alexander Bell was alive, type energy.
Yeah, my dad's great grandparents from England, they actually never had a phone like till they died.
I mean, like I get it. I'm not like, oh wow, how do you live like that? People did it, but it's just like,
Yeah, well, they were also like they were pretty fucking poor. Like they ate every day, but like that was the limit of like the luxury we're talking here, which is why my grandpa was like, "I fucking hate it here. Please teach me math so I can go to MIT."
see, it sounds like they needed to start robbing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, what's wrong with you? You're already in England. You're halfway there.
Have I told you what his name is, and did you just make an intentional joke?
I don't think I knew that.
Okay, because my grandfather's name is Robin. I don't think he cares that I'm doxing him.
I guess you could say I just got Robin on Loxley.
Yeah, I know, right? That's a good one.
Thank you.
So anyway, Robin, my grandfather, he's like, this place fucking sucks. I'm gonna learn math so I can go to MIT so I can get out of here. And he did, and went to MIT, and like, life happens. He meets my grandma. He has his family. He becomes a piece of shit to them and cheats on my grandma and gets divorced and has a second family he treats way better. I don't have any issues. Anyway.
I think I know that Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, anyway, before any of that happens, his parents in England still have their pretty normal working class life. Though their living standard did go way the fuck up after the end of World War II. Because suddenly the National Health Service existed and all that shit.
Now they eat multiple times a day.
Well, now they're dead, but yes, they did actually like eat good meals and live pretty good lives in their say 50s onwards, or maybe even 40s, who knows. But so they just never bothered to get a phone just because they didn't need one. Like they're like, the neighbors have one, we can use that in an emergency. So that was how my grandpa called his parents. He called their neighbors and then said, "Can you go grab my parents?" And their neighbors would like crack the window and yell to the house 4 feet that way, "Oi, Robin's on the phone." And he literally said, "I will buy you guys a phone and pay for the phone service every month." And they were like, "Nah, we're good." They did, however, embrace television.
Oh, how surprising!
Yeah, I know. It's just really funny that like they were all over this brand new invention called TV, and they didn't
I
want
kind of
anyone
just want
fucking
TV to
calling.
die.
What do you want?
We have a special guest, everybody. Let me see
Is
if I
it
can.
her?
Yep, there we go.
Sugar!
We have
Yeah!
her name is Suki, and she's a little monster. Yes, I know.
She's amazing! We love her!
I think she has to go pee. So I should end this because I also have to go pee. So I think we're going to go in the yard and pee together and be pee brothers.
Well, in honor of that, I'm gonna go and play some R. Kelly, and then we can just all enjoy our pee themed activities.
I want to piss on you.
I will pee in your food.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you on Thursday where we'll probably talk more about Epstein shit, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, and we're going into these people. Are you fucking a kid if you fuck 10 supermodels? We're gonna find out.
Good night, everyone.